Hello, America. And if you're an American, today's story is good news. My name is Dave Hodges. I'm the host of the Common Sense Show. We are the show that's freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. And of course, being decidedly a Christian channel, we understand the need for self-defense. It's legal, it's biblical, so forth. And the Chinese are not legal. They are not ethical. Their government is one of the most corrupt regimes that's ever existed. It's as evil as ever existed. I have no problem with the Chinese people. It's the CCP I have a problem with. And we need to prepare for the dastardly things they're going to do. And we know that eventually they want to take Taiwan. With Xi Jinping out of control of the military now, I think they're going to take a different strategy, and we'll have to see how that unfolds. But in the meantime, you're going to be glad to know that this present administration hasn't sat still. There's a new developmental secret weapon. The production has already started. Some completion has happened. Some more is happening and going to be completed. And this is going to be a game changer, totally, totally. And it makes the case right here, too. We shouldn't be having Chinese students in our country, period, because they can infiltrate certain technologies, take it back. It may not be the direct part of a weapon system, but it can be related. We can't afford that. These are our enemy. They have sworn vengeance and violence against us repeatedly. We need to take them seriously. And one day, I'm afraid we will have to fight them. We're going to talk about this weapon. It's called the Orca. And we're going to do so after I tell you that, well, I need to answer a question. People say to me, Dave, what is the number one thing you would do to improve your health? Number one, without question, is exercise. And I'm going to do some periodic things as we go through the next several summer months here. And I'm going to talk about some of the effective exercises that people can do based on age and condition. But number two, if you want a boosted immune system and keep it at a high level, and then do what this product did for me and fight off a devastating illness that clearly would have shortened my life, where I had RSV with strip lung linings and the projection that they weren't going to come back. Well, they did. And I'm better than I've ever been. In fact, I'm better than I've been in 25 years. And I'd be recommending this product right here, the Nanosoma spray. 5 sprays once a day is maintenance, but you can use it every hour in the hour. Now, this doesn't cure anything. It boosts your immune system. Vitamin C, the nuclear receptors, affects the length and life of the telomeres, which is about cell health and longevity. It's a direct relationship with longevity and how long you'll live. This is what you want. Now, there's a 3 pack where there's a gel that you can rub on your joints, which I did to really enhance my workouts without the pain of bone on bone because it grows pluripotent stem cells. Fantastic product. And then, of course, there's the Vanity Cream Fine Lines and Wrinkles. But if you ask me for the one, this is it right here. You can get the 3 pack for 15% off or get them individually. Go to iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. Well, here we go with a story that really makes me proud to be an American. Yankee ingenuity resurfaced under President Trump. Um, let's get down to the nitty gritty here. We have an autonomous submarine and it's AI. The longer that it's in action, the more adaptable it becomes. And we're not talking universally adaptability. We're talking individual mission adaptability. We experimented with this, and this made the media for a while that someone pulled the plug and it disappeared. But in it was Afghanistan, we were having robots lead missions, and they could rewrite their mission protocol on the spot. Not quite sentient, but certainly adaptable with AI. That was 2008 when I ran that story. Now we're applying this to submarines, and it's a darn good thing because the Chinese can outproduce us by building new Navy ships tenfold. Tenfold. Now, A lot of the Chinese construction we know with cheap Chinese products, a lot of them don't last very long or work very well. And you better have a warranty. But in their weapon systems, well, it's about the same. But they do pose a significant threat just in terms of sheer volume, and they're statistically and technologically valid enough to cause us a lot of harm, particularly with overwhelming numbers. So we had to have a game changer, and in particular in protecting Taiwan. This is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so this submarine can't be um, launched easily. Okay, it has to be launched by a larger ship, but it has an amazing range. So it can be hundreds of miles out. It's virtually indetectable because it can use a type of lithium battery that emits fumes that are toxic to humans, but it's the most efficient, most silent running, which is important for a submarine to avoid detection. But it's the most silent running technology we have. And you don't have to worry about the toxicity because there's no humans on board. It's a huge advantage. What can it do? Okay, well, we'll go through. I made a list here. Um, it communicates with satellites. It can find enemy vessels. So it's satellite driven. It's AI adaptable, as I mentioned. It's approximately 85 feet long. A pretty good size. It's pretty good size. We think of drones, and it's classified as a drone. Well, we think of drones as being small. Well, we've seen how drones in the Ukraine-Russia war has changed the war. And Russia, really because of attrition, I think is losing. This device is a game changer technologically. Okay, it's cost effective for what it does. Very cost effective. In other words, you can even send this into high risk areas to do missions. And if you lose it, okay, you're going to lose some money, but you're not losing humans. And some of the humans are hard to train to get into the position for replacements. So you have that advantage there, human capital advantage. Okay, it has mine-sweeping abilities. So if we ever had to attack Chinese ports, it can clear the mines. It has torpedoes. Yep, just the same as regular submarines. And it has the ability to launch miniature ballistic missiles and hit surface targets using satellite technology as a guide. Whoa. So let's say the Chinese were foolish enough to cross the Strait of Taiwan. These drone submarines, one could tape out the shipping ports because, I mean, there'd be lots of warning from satellite. We'd see the accumulation of men and material. And you go, okay, we know what they're going to do. And you do a preemptive strike using these drones. The ships that did get out underway could be torpedoed and they'd be almost impossible to find. But you go, well, wouldn't there be Chinese submarines? You know, of course. But they're very good at finding Chinese submarines and they run quieter than other submarines for the reason we mentioned. So they'd be a Chinese submarine killer. And the Chinese submarines, they're developing a new class, but it still doesn't match what we have. And it's certainly no match for this drone. So we'd be able to take out a lot of the Chinese sub threat, and that would really help us in our coastline defense. We have seen instances where Chinese submarines, as a show of force, have surfaced in San Francisco Bay. Where'd that come from? Well, that won't be a problem much longer. Okay, they also have the ability to clear mines. If we ever had to invade the ports, it can run more silent and deeper than a Chinese submarine. And the Chinese would never know what hit them. This is a tremendous game changer. And it's important because, see, now the Chinese have actually surpassed us in the number of submarines, 72 to 68. Not a huge advantage, but this is the huge advantage. And according to Pentagon sources, this has panicked the Chinese high command. It's given them hesitation to invade Taiwan. Now, we've talked before about Taiwan's internal defenses, incredible. It would make Iwo Jima's defense comparatively seem minor and minuscule compared to what Taiwan's doing. And Iwo Jima was amazing. We lost over 20,000 soldiers on a small island. The defenses were well organized. These are even better. But you add in these drone submarines, China's got a problem. This is a big checkmate. Now, technology is fluid and things can change, but we're talking in the immediate, China will be checkmated from their ambitions to take Taiwan. Well, this is just good old Yankee ingenuity. I'm Dave Hodges. We would encourage you to sign up for our newsletter since we do several publications a day. You don't have to keep coming back. You'll get one email that has everything that we've done in the previous 24 hours. And all you got to do is go to thecommonsenseshow.com, click on the newsletter link in the upper right-hand corner, and put in your email. And no, I promise you, we do not sell your data. I think that should be illegal. We do not sell your data. Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here again next time.